Wait, that's going into my main computer, which it's supposed to, because that's where the looping's coming from. What the heck? Oh, this is only 2 minutes? Anyway, okay, so I'm trying to figure out what my stream is. What the hell? How come I can't even see what the title is on this one? Jesus. This one's got an ad. Ableton Live Looping, originals, covers, setting up controllers. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess that's right. I don't have to sign in, because I tried to sign in and I ain't got my phone. So here's the deal. I'm listening to some music because I need to calm down. That's one thing. I am listening to my chat. No, I'm not listening to my chat. I'm watching my chat. Oh, the music's over with already. Let's put it back again. And the other one, I stream on Kick as well, and I've got to watch my time because I'm going to work today. I tried to sleep. I did sleep actually, and I wanted to sleep. I usually sleep right till I go to work, but it seems as though I can't sleep. I'm anxious for work and just want to get it done. But the Kick doesn't have my title. I had some problems logging into Kick, and so I have no idea what my title is. Consequently, I don't get any views over there. I don't care anyway. So this is a music clip. What the hell is wrong with Kick here? I can't even see viewers or nothing. So I've got a problem. I'll try to explain it. It has to do with live looping using Ableton. And I'm going to back up a little bit. Alright? So, if I run music from I have two computers. If I run music from my second computer, let's say I'm running Kinetic and it's providing some background stuff and I want to add some guitar and I want to save it and stream it. So, when I run the music from the second computer, like that's how I normally do it, and then add my guitar, all of that stuff gets together, it's synced perfectly, and there's no noise. There's no noise because the two computers are not connected to each other. So, well, they are in a sense. The output of the second computer is connected to the mixers, and all of that stuff comes together and it goes to the input of the main computer, which is what I'm streaming on right now. And as it turns out, the music stopped again. So what happens is I get nice sound, everything works fine, I hear no noise. Well, I thought I did a recording. I'm actually streaming, and I may stop the stream and go back and listen to this particular stream. So that's normally how I do it. That's just playing music. Now, if I had Ableton on the main computer and I wanted to do, like, let's say I record something on Ableton, I can't play it back on the main computer, because if I do and loop it back to the input, it's going to cause a feedback. So that's problem number one. If I had the two computers networked and I saved that first section of music, let's say on Ableton, and then I networked that file back to Ableton on the second computer, and then played it back, you know, I'm not doing real live looping. I'm doing not live looping. I'm doing shit. It doesn't work as far as live looping goes. But now if I want to create a song, let's say it's got different parts to it, I would still send that. I would still have to send that music back to the second computer so that I could play it and listen to it and add music to that. The only problem there is that I'm doing what's called overdubbing. I'm adding stuff to the first loop because everything's put together and it's sent to Ableton again, and it's creating an overdub. I don't want that. Now, Ableton has a setup. There's a setup you can use. It's called virtual cables, and virtual cables ties things in a way such that things work where you can split things up, but you still have to separate that frickin' input from Ableton. And I swear, these people that have these Boss live loopers, all they're doing is overdubbing. I mean, I don't really know how that live looper works, and honestly, I don't really care. So, like, I was so close to getting this to work. And the way I had it set up was the way I explained it in, let me see here. Oh, I'm using gaming, aren't I? Let's take Wolfie off. The way, let's see if I have a bitmap. I thought I had another bitmap down here. I do. Let's see if I open this with Paint. Open it with Paint. Alright, and then, well, let's just, let's see, we're going to paint this to black here. And then if I want to go ahead and we're going to open up, I don't have Paint actually added on here, do I? Let's see if I added something, if I added a window capture. So is it window capture? I should just call it Paint. Let's see. Window capture, and then we're gonna call it Paint. Let's see if Paint is on here. There's so much shit on here. Let's create new, and we'll call it Paint. Okay, and there's Paint, and we're gonna hit OK. And now we've got Paint on here, but we're going to adjust this because you don't want to see all the other peripheral garbage that's on here. I'm just going to squeeze this in a little. Just tighten up the edges. And we'll just bring this over here. All of this is live stuff. Alright, so hello. We'll use little boxes. And we'll do the input mixer. We're gonna do this like from. I'm gonna start backwards. So the input mixer from the second computer is here. Let's say, and there's another mixer that I use, which is here. And then there's a monitor mixer, which is over here. So we have, let's see, we want a line. So we've got mixer from, and my mouse just died. We got the mixer from the second computer is coming into here. And I'm losing my damn voice. And then we've got peripherals, you know, all the other extra music stuff is coming in here. And the output of all of that, the output of all of that stuff. So I got peripherals, guitar, piano, all that stuff, and I got the second computer is on the top over there. And the output of all of that goes into here. And I'll tell you why I've got to have, nice arrow, two separate mixes. And then, oh crap, wait just a minute. Alright, so actually that's not okay. Wait, so everything Everything comes into here. This is the when I normally play music. Um, and all of that goes to the main computer. So let's call, well, that goes into the main computer. Let's use blue. I'm gonna put blue. Oh shit. Oh damn it. How do I get this? Select. Oh my god, what is wrong with this? Edit. Copy. Paste. Paste. Get rid of this garbage. We have a square. We have a square. This should work here. And we'll call the blue one the main computer. So all of this stuff goes into here. So, and then we've got the stream. We'll just do this over here. So we'll call this box. No, we won't because I screwed it up again. We'll call this box. Way over here. We'll put it in the middle. We'll call the purple box the stream. All right. So then we'll take another blue and another line, and we'll go like so, and then like so. So now everything, which is what I'm doing right now, is the way it's set up right now. I could plug in, and in fact, I will actually do that. I will actually do that right now. Let's grab another web page here, and we'll grab. I got some jam music. This is coming from the second computer. So if I had my guitar connected, let me just jump ahead in case this is stupid advertisement wants to fuck me over. Alright, so that music's queued up. And I'm going to connect the output of the second computer to the input of my main mixer that has all the peripherals and stuff. And that first mixer goes into the yellow mixer. Everything goes in there, and all of that goes to the main output. Now, I'm hearing myself talk because I have a control room output that is going to the third mixer, which is that green one. And I'm going to lose my volume. Test 1 2 3 4 1 2. Hello, test 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 1 2 3 4. So you heard me lose my volume. That's control room output. Now let me see what this button does. Test 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 test. That button shuts off the control room. This is all coming from the second yellow mixer. Now the control room has, which I can't seem to hear, and I've got my heater fan was on down there. It was making extraneous noise, and my refrigerator should be shut off too because I don't want that thing blaring. Alright, what happened here? Alright, I can hear a buzz. I'm having problems with my mouse. Oh my fucking god, with this mouse today. I need to get my mouse cleaned, and it's just really becoming dreadfully annoying. Alright, I can hear a buzz. Now if I disconnect my monitor computer, so both my monitor computer, which is in the green box, and the input to the second computer is connected ground wise, and I had a way to solve that. And what I did was I took the output of my connector cables, and I literally peeled back the ground sections um, to get rid of that noise. But I'm going to disconnect the second computer. Now the noise is gone, most of it. Now whether I do anything with the volume, it doesn't matter. That's on the first mixer. Obviously, if I turn that down, it doesn't make any difference. So normally, what am I doing? So normally what I do is I don't listen to the output. Okay, I'm listening to the output on the main computer, and so what I do is I set up my levels. Okay, and like I'm doing a recording, and I'll play it back. I do all this stuff behind the scenes before I stream. And then what I do is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to disconnect the monitor computer, because I know all my levels are set correctly except for the noise. And then what I do is I take that headphone jack. I hope I didn't fucking break this again. I got connectors that are getting broken. Okay, so I can still hear myself for some reason. Because the control room output is going to that mixer part. So now let's play the music. And if I want to crank the music in my head, now I gotta watch my stream to make sure that that sound doesn't go over the stream. And I can actually turn my mic off, and that will cut the mic, which I'm going to do right now. And so that's that part. And if okay, so like that monitor section from the main computer, I don't want to listen to it, because that would create a feedback anyway. But I got this set up a little different. And the reason why the monitor computer, the control room output thing was set up was to try to do the live looping with Ableton on the main computer. So but getting back to what I was doing, let me see if I could just draw a line here, and we'll just play connected dots again with this stupid crap. Alright, so the top arrow, red arrow, that's the input to the second computer. The left arrow is peripherals. All of that goes into a second mixer. And there's a control room output, which I don't have shown here. The control room output monitors everything here on a second mixer. Now I don't have to do it that way. I can just, what I normally did was I took this second mixer and I would listen on the second mixer. Because I'm just playing a background and I'm playing guitar. Usually I play guitar on background music and stuff like that. I don't do my own originals. Now, if I wanted to do original stuff, like if I do my piano, okay, I have a sequencer on there that I can sequence. I can add my own stuff on the piano. blah, 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 do that, and then bam, I've got a background, and I can play guitar to it, and bam, I'm all happy. No problem. Um, However, there are other things that I want to add to my music, and let me just drop this web page down real quick. And those are computerized. Um, Let me just see if this is coming up on the stream. Those are computerized. Um, Computerized music. You know, there's different plugins. There's some stuff that makes different types of sounds. You know, there's arpeggio sounds and things like that that I would like to add to my composition. So there's that. All right, so again, I'm going to reiterate. All right, I set everything up normally, and normally what I would do is I would connect the monitor computer, which in this case would be the main computer, to the second mixer. Well, or I would just switch the headphones back and forth. Well, this time I don't have to. I use a third mixer and set a control room output and blah, blah, blah. Now, I can listen to it, but there's noise. There's noise. So in order for me to set it up without the noise, then I remove I don't use the control room output, and I use the headphones on the second mixer that adds everything together. Well, here's the problem. I can't do that on the second mixer. Now, the second mixer has got some effects on it, which I'd like to add to my music. The third mixer, which is the green one, which is my monitor mixer, does not have effects, so that's why I can't use that to put everything together. And my other third mixer bit the dust for some reason while I was doing this a month ago, so I'm stuck with this older mixer. So that's the scoop on trying to do the music in one direction, and that's how I normally do it. And there's no noise, there's no interconnectivity between two computers, and all that crap. Now we talk about Ableton. So what happens is that you're doing everything on one computer, and you're feeding back the music from Ableton back into the loop. Now, in order to avoid feedback and in order to avoid overdubbing, this is what happens. I'm gonna draw this on here. So the setup that you see on the left, red, yellow, green, blue, blue being the main computer going out to the stream, everything is correct except for going out to the stream. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this and we're going to do paste again, and we're going to get rid of this blue arrow. I have to get my mouse cleaned. I've gone in there and done it before. So now what we're talking about is, let's see, this is the main computer. So now the output of all of this, it goes to the main computer, and then the control room output, I'll go ahead and put that in here now because we're doing, yeah, oops. Okay, so let's put a line up here and a line over here. Wait, is that, yeah, that's correct. So the yellow line is the control room output, and for some reason, let me just, I want to get rid of this. So that's control room output, and now I've got to draw another line going to the second computer, which is not visible. And what I can do is I'll draw a red line, which kind of makes sense. And we'll go back up let's go back up this way. So the red line going up is the main output of... Wait, no, that's not correct. Wait, what am I doing? That's not correct. Hang on, I'm back. Hang on just a second here. No! Don't you do that to me, mouse. Alright, hang on. We'll get there. Oh god, I screwed that up. Bear with me. We'll get there. Let's see, I gotta draw a line from here back to here. Yeah, that's what my sentiments. Okay, again, the yellow line is a control output to the monitor mixer, and the main output of the yellow computer is going to the yellow mixer is going to the main computer. That's what I have set for Ableton, but there's something missing. Okay, so the stream, let me go grab my red arrow. The stream is actually coming from, wait, it's going into the second computer, but where's it going? It's going from the third mixer. So we go here, and then we go here. So now instead of the stream, as I showed earlier, going from the main computer out to the stream, it's not doing that. The output of everything is, the output of this is going in here, and then let me put, I'll put a green line, and that's the main. Okay, so the blue box is the main computer, and now we have the control room output plus the main output from the main computer going into one mixer, and that's all going out to the second computer, and that probably should be a box here, I suppose. I don't really want to make it a red box, but okay, I don't know why that's doing that. My mouse is just really not happy today. Let's see, I need red and I need a box. Alright, so now we have control room output, everything from, wait, that's not supposed to be there. This red arrow on the top. Now there's no input from the second computer, because so we got peripherals, we got all that stuff going into this mixer. This is coming from the main computer. This is the audio from the main computer. But that's not going, no, that's not correct. I did this right. It looks like the arrow from the bottom. Yeah. Everything coming out of the top two mixers is going into the main computer, and that output is going back to the input of the main computer. How do I show that? The output from this mixer is going into here. Seems like there should be two lines. Is this line, and control them? Yeah, that's right. So now I'm listening on the third mixer. And I have to be able to listen to the audio from the main computer, which is here. and the control room output, which is the yellow one. This is where the problem comes in, because you're connecting the ground from the main computer. It's just really hard to explain. The output of the second mixer is the green line. It goes to the main computer, and the control room goes to the green. That's that one down on the bottom, the input to the main computer. Okay, so the output of this goes into the monitor mixer, which is up here, and the output of that also goes to this other computer. So here's where the ground issue is, and what I'll do is I'll do a gray line and we'll change the size of that. There's a ground. Now we have a situation where these two computers are connected together. So that gray line, that's a ground. And I've tried to isolate the ground on both computers, one at a time and separate and everything else, and I can't solve the problem. The way I solved the problem was to take the output of the third mixer, and that's the orange, and that goes to the second computer, which goes out to the stream. And what I did was I disconnected the ground. So there's a ground here, but it's not connected to the second computer. And I got right and left channel, voila, no noise on the stream on my second computer. That's how I solved the problem. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the monitor, if I can do it here. And you're going to hear the noise because they're connected together. What time is it? I got to watch my clock. Alright, so now I'm monitoring. I wanted to do something else with this second mixer, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, and it's like right in the way. I'll fix this shit mess, yeah. And the other problem I had was I've had two broken adapters go into my two different mixers, and both adapters broke. Talk about the problems that I've had getting this to work. So I'm just going to put a little thing underneath my mixer because it's hot underneath. Alright, that's my headphone. So now I'm going to connect the monitor output from the main computer into this third mixer. And I'm going to crank up the volume somewhere. No, that's my monitor. Let me disconnect this again. Let me connect it back up again. So there's some noise there, but it's not that bad. But the problem is this output of this third mixer has to go to the streaming computer, which is the second computer now. And if I do that, now these things are broke, right? Well, not broke, but I changed some things. So if I, wait. how do I... Okay, I can do it this way. If I connect these adapters to the main output, you're gonna hear a noise. Maybe. Make a liar out of me. Alright. It's made a liar out of me. Now, I'm gonna look at my second computer, and okay, I can hear some buzzing in there. So I want to look at the input to this second computer and see what the levels are and everything. So it's like 80. Now I can hear some buzzing in there. Now, if you hear that, that's me on the second computer bringing up the taskbar. And it adds that little bit of noise. If I... Let me disconnect this output again. Wait, no. I'm going to disconnect my monitor computer, which is the main computer, which I need. There's still some noise there, but that doesn't... The other noise is gone. Alright, let me disconnect the... I had the output of the second computer connected to the main mixer, which we don't want. And then let me connect this monitor again. Now let me disconnect the output of that mixer. And there's nothing there. Now let me connect the output of the second computer again. So there's still some noise there, and if I play music, you kind of can't hear the noise. So if I turn up the volume, which is the second mixer, you don't really hear the noise. It's not too bad. But the thing is, I can crank up on that computer, mixer. The noise is still in the background at a state. Now if I disconnect the output of the second computer altogether, that noise is gone. I still hear something in the background. Let me disconnect this. Okay, well that really didn't make any difference. That was my main computer monitor, which needs to be there. Let me connect this. So that's connecting two computers together. So I don't normally do anything with the second computer. With Ableton, I can run Kinetic, and I can run my background music all on the main computer. So this output of the second computer is not normally connected. That's where I've got an option for another instrument or something. Now, I'm going to turn up the volume. And my refrigerator is making a noise back there. Wow, I can really hear the fridge. I'm going to turn off my fridge. Shut up. I gotta have pizza pretty quick. I'm going to work today. Woohoo! Yeah, they cut my hours last week. I'd have no hours at all. well, I got 1 day next week so far. I need more hours. They made a boo-boo. Alright, the refrigerator is off now. When I'm doing noise tests, I gotta have stuff turned off. My refrigerator is good though. It keeps nice cold stuff. Alright, alright, let me unplug the monitor again. There's no change in the noise. Good. I mean, I was trying to figure out exactly where the noise was really coming from, whether it was the main computer or my second computer. Either way, between the two of them, there's a problem. So again, what I did was I took so and the other problem is that the way this is set up, okay, like on the left we've got my music, and then we've got this mixer, and all of that goes into the main computer, and the main computer monitor, which is the green line, comes back to this other mixer. Now, when the main computer is playing something, I'm listening to the music from the main computer and my own music, and I'm mixing those two together, and the output of those two go back to the main computer, because that's so no, that's not correct. That's not correct. It's this green line. Because all Ableton is hearing is this green line, right? And so now everything that was played here on the input, which is track 1 and 2, that gets played. And what was happening before is that the input was, I was feeding the input back into here each time, into the left, and it was overdubbing. And you don't want overdubbing. And I wonder if you can see the little thing. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, good. You don't want overdubbing. You want everything on a separate track when you record stuff. Okay, so now we've got two things. But what's actually being recorded on Ableton is only the part that you want to add. Like if you want to add a bass or a piano or a synth or anything else, and then we can even have, I can put another, we can put an orange line in here, and that's really too thick. Oh, wait just a minute, I gotta fix that because that's not correct. Alright, let me change the size of that line. The orange line, what that is extra musical stuff that the main computer has. Actually, no, I could put the line, whoops, I could put the line on the inside because that's inside the computer. We just put a line in here. So that's extra stuff that's on the main computer. So all of that stuff gets sent. It gets sent. It gets stored. This is where Ableton is. I could put an A in there, I suppose. Ableton. And then this one up here is main mix, and this would be mix 2, and this is control room, and this would be consider this is output mix, maybe mix out, And this over here is stream. And this is computer 1. I didn't do the colors because I'm stupid. And this is computer 2. Alright, so everything comes in here, goes into this computer. So then the output of Ableton, that goes into the main mixer because that's where I'm hearing it from. That orange arrow. I messed up. The orange arrow means other stuff inside the computer. So this is Ableton output. Is what this says. I might as well just put a line there then, I guess. Yeah, oops. Alright, so let's say you do a bass loop. It goes into Ableton, it comes out here, and then I want to add to that. That goes into here, and that combined, it also goes back into Ableton. So I'm hearing Ableton. I'm hearing the output of the stuff that I'm making. That's together. I feel like something is not right here. Let me put. No, I'm monitoring. This is the main computer. So I do a bass, save it on Ableton, it comes up here. And then if I want to add something to that, I'm using the yellow line. I'm listening to Ableton, and I've got the yellow line on the main mixer, but that output is only going out to the stream because I'm not listening to both. These are separated. You don't take the output of the main computer and put it back into itself. Ableton, I can't explain it. I honestly cannot explain it. I can do it, but I cannot explain it. Where's this thing here? Let me see. I got another dot in there that I don't want. So when I have the output of the main computer going into the green mixer, and then I connect that output to the second computer, that's where the problem is. So right now I peeled back the ground on both of those connectors. If I were to do this and ground one of these connectors, listen to what happens here. Now that fucking thing is acting up. You can hear that buzzing in there. Well, I peeled those things back, and I'm using the main output, and I can't see what's. I think the top one is left, so that would be this one. Yeah, you can hear that buzzing. It's not too bad. It isn't too bad, but there's another problem. I'm going to get into that in a minute with Ableton. So let me play the music that's on the main computer, and I want to do the music that I've got. So I'm doing that on the second computer. You can hear that taskbar come up. It makes a noise. That's because there's still a little bit of a ground connected to that output from my stream. The reason why I'm doing that is because I can't figure out the output of the stream on the main computer. I can't connect it because everything is being used, and I'm not going to fight with it anymore. I mean, maybe I'll try to mess with it still and see if I can fix it, but I can't. I don't know what's wrong. So where was I? Right now it's connected. The ground is kind of connected. You can hear the noise. So I'm looking up this music. I want to use this the same music so you can hear the difference. Deep somatic guitar. And right now my main computer is all set for normal mode, I believe. Let me just turn that on. I'm looking at the sound settings for it. So I've got speaker output, I've got line in. That's all set to like normal right now. Alright, here's the music from the main computer, and that now is going to, where is that going to go? Wait, I'm actually streaming on my main computer right now. That's going to be a problem because eventually I'll do the same stream and I'll bring it up on my second computer because that's where everything is going. And let me think. Okay, so that's actually connected, and I can monitor. Let's see, where is the sound for the second computer? Test 1 2. Alright, I can see the line input on the second computer, and I don't know how loud that is. I'm going to try to leave all the settings the same once I get them adjusted to my liking. And we're going to send this music back and forth between the two computers while I'm still streaming here. But I don't... okay, I think I can do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my mic, and then we're just going to listen to the sound and listen to the music from the main computer. And we're going to compare that to the same music from the second computer. And I'm going to leave the output. Wait a minute, let me just connect this and see if it's worse. And well, it doesn't matter because the ground is already there. Alright, let me play this on the main computer here. Now there might be an ad pop-up. I tell you, the advertisements on YouTube are sick and gross, and I'm so freaking mad with YouTube putting this garbage out. Now see, that's actually really loud. That's very loud. Alright, that's loud because I've got my gain turned up, way up on my headset. Let me just turn it down. Okay, so what I did was I disconnected everything from the second computer, which now I can hardly hear myself, so that there was no sound, no noise. Damn it. I get so much shit in this corner here. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know why I can't hear myself now. Test, 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 test. Now what I'm going to do is, oh, it could be my thing here. Hello. I've got another problem with my headset thing. Shit. Alright, so I don't know why I can't hear myself right now, and I'm not caring, because what I need to do is that was the main computer, and now I'm going to send the sound, the same music from the second computer without it feeding back to itself. And you're going to hear the buzz. Wait, no, I'm going to actually take the monitor off. I'm going to connect this first. Now, this is what I do. Like I said, I'll check the sound. If the sound levels are good, I'm going to disconnect the computer because I don't need to monitor it. But in Ableton, I do. So now I'm going to disconnect the monitor. And again, the sound is gone. However, the only difference is now the music that you're going to hear is coming to the input of my main computer. I'm going to shut the mic off. Now in this case, sound is low. Like I can crank the input down on the second computer, and I don't know about playback because I don't think there's playback levels. Well, there is actually. There's an 80. I can set that to 80 and bring it down. But I can see on the input to my main computer that the input's pretty high there. So what that means is I need more headroom. So I'm trying to give myself a little more headroom on the input. Because I want it loud in my ears. It's kind of hard of hearing. And it's like almost there. And I'm monitoring this on my mix out, which is the third mixer, the green one. Or am I? Yeah, I am. Because that's the control room, and I can crank that up. So now I can, it's good stuff. But this is a problem because this now we're talking about Ableton. So we're going to disconnect that second computer over here. We're going to connect the monitor from the main over here. And I've got to hear the main computer. But this is not how I normally do this. Ableton needs to hear this, and we got to feed that through Ableton, and I've got about 5 minutes or so left. I gotta think really. So the output of this third main mix out is going to have this computer stuff playing. And let me think here. I don't want to go that route yet because let's see. I want to switch streams. Is what I have to do, I think. If I play Ableton, Ableton is not going to stream because the output is not going to be able to go through my streaming computer. So I'm going to stop the stream and then I'm going to come right back. So that was part one. The next one's going to be part two.